Hi, my name is Natasha Ahmad and this is my friend Najah Zulkifli and we are from Sekolah Menengah Sains Pachang.
Hi, and I'm Naja. I'm sure many of you have already realized or seen the video shown. It is a well-known anime called Your Name.
Have you ever wondered what was the shooting star in the sky is? It was pretty, wasn't it?
Maybe it was a comet.
Or it could be a meteoroid.
Or maybe it was an asteroid. I'm sure all of you are as curious as we are.
So if you want to find out, stay tuned. Hi, today we are going to discuss about meteoroid, asteroid and comet, which is in chapter 13. So here is a PowerPoint prepared by me and my friend. So let's start our presentation. So in the galaxy, which is the Milky Way, we know that there is the solar system in it. And the solar system consists of stars, the sun and the 8 planets including the Earth. But don't you know that in the solar system, we also have other objects, such as meteoroids, asteroids, and comets. So let me show you how they look like. So this is the meteoroid, and this is the asteroid, and this is the comet. But how big they are, and what are they made up of? So let me show you. So first we go to meteoroid. So what is a meteoroid? A meteoroid is a floating piece of stone and metal that move in space. So this is the meaning of a meteoroid. Then what is the characteristic of a meteoroid? Okay, a meteoroid appears in various sizes, which is from 10 micrometer to 1 meter. To sum up, a meteoroid is not that big. It's just as big as your arm length. And it is made up of stones and metals such as iron and nickel. It also originates from fragments of asteroids and comets. Well, almost all of them are actually fragments of asteroid. Its surface temperature in outer space is about 0 degrees Celsius, which is as same as the freezing point of water. So a meteoroid is a little bit cold. Travels at varying speed. The fastest speed of a meteoroid is 42 km per second. Can you imagine how fast is the meteoroid? So how does the meteoroid looks like? So this is how the meteoroid looks like. It is made up of stone and metals such as iron and nickel. And the size is just from 10 micrometer to 1 meter. And the second one is asteroid. So what is an asteroid? An asteroid is a large metal and rocky body that travels around the sun in its own orbit. So this is what you have to understand. The asteroid travels around the sun in its own orbit. The meteoroid also travels around the sun, but they don't have their own orbit. Then what is the characteristic of an asteroid? Size starts from 1 meter to 1,000 kilometer. Can you imagine how big the asteroid can be? Made up of stones and metals such as iron and nickel. It's just same as the meteoroid. They're also made up of stone and metals. Has a cold surface temperature, approximately negative 73 degrees Celsius. The asteroid is very cold. It is negative 73 degrees Celsius. It is more cold than the meteoroid. Travels around the sun at an average speed of 25 km per second. Asteroid forms an asteroid belt between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. Remember, an asteroid have their own belt. So the belt is called as an asteroid belt. And the belt is between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. Okay, large asteroids such as Ceres, Pallas, Juno, and Vesta have diameters of a few kilometers to 1,000 kilometers. Asteroids are also known as small planets because they have their own orbit like other planets. So how does the asteroid looks like? So this is how the asteroid looks like. And like I told you before, the asteroid have their own orbit. So this is the asteroid belt. And the asteroid is a large rocky body that orbits the Sun in a big belt between Mars and Jupiter. So this is the main asteroid belt.
Now, we have talked about the movement of a comet, but what is a comet? A comet is a small body made up of a mixture of ice, gas, dust. It travels around the Sun in its own orbit. What are the characteristics of a comet? Comets consist of two main parts, a head and a tail. As you see in this picture, a comet has a long tail and a shiny head. In the picture, the tail does look quite small though, though in reality, it can reach up to 150 million kilometers, while the size of the head can reach up to 250,000 kilometers. Comet comprises gas and water that freeze into ice, dust, and rocky particles. It travels around the Sun on its own elliptical orbit, and as we said before, it travels at an average speed range of 10 kilometers per second to 70 kilometers per second. There are two types of comets. We have the long-period comet, which orbits longer than 200 years. The long-period comets are on paths that take them out of the solar system planets before they return. Examples of long-period comets are the Great Comet of 1843 and Comet Pons. The other comet is called short-period comet, which orbit is lesser than 200 years. Their orbits typically take them out to the region of the outer planets Jupiter, which are Jupiter and beyond. One of the most famous short-period comet is Halley Comet. Halley Comet was actually recently seen passing by the Earth in 1986. It's expected to pass by the Earth again in 2061. I can't wait for it, can you? Here's a video about comets to get a better understanding.
Hi, I'm Emerald Robinson. In this What Is video, we explore comets, those unique streaks of light in our night sky that rarely visit us. Comets are icy objects typically ranging a few miles in size, which orbit our Sun. Their highly elliptical orbits carry them from close to the Sun all the way to the outer edges of the solar system. When a comet gets close to the Sun, its outer layers of ice melt and evaporate, creating an atmosphere of gas and dust around the comet. This atmosphere is called a coma. Radiation from the Sun pushes some of this atmosphere into a long tail. A comet's tail always points away from the Sun, no matter which way the comet is moving. Gases in the coma and tail of the comet reflect light from the Sun, giving comets their familiar appearance. But comets are very dark and hard to see when they aren't near the Sun. The time between one visit near the Sun and the next is called the comet's period. The first comet whose period was known was Halley's Comet. Its period is 75 years. Halley's Comet last traveled through the inner solar system in 1986. Comets with periods of 200 years or less are called short-period comets. Short-period comets are from a region beyond the orbit of Neptune called the Kuiper Belt. The Kuiper Belt is home to comets, asteroids, and dwarf planets. Long-period comets have periods of thousands or even millions of years. Most long-period comets come from a very distant region of the solar system called the Oort cloud. The Oort cloud is about 50,000 to 100,000 times the distance from the Sun to Earth. Comets carry materials in from the outer solar system. Some scientists believe that water may have been brought to early Earth from a collision with a comet carrying water.
I hope that video helped you a lot. And as you see in this picture, inside the Oort cloud is the Kuiper belt, and inside the Kuiper belt is the solar system. As we are all aware of,